This is Subbarao of CSE department, CIET. Today I am going to discuss about sensor placement and sensor dispatch. Mainly I am going to focus on sensor placement today. You see, wireless sensor networks are tiny low power devices. In them, energy conserving is a major issue. Sensing units. A wireless sensor network consists of sensing units, transceiver, actuators, and even mobilizers. There will be some mobile sensors they need to move. So for that, mobilizers may be needed. The main purpose of wireless sensor networks is to gather and process environmental information. Wireless sensor network applications include surveillance, biological detection, monitoring. You see, sensor deployment is a critical issue because it affects the cost and detection capability of a wireless sensor network. Mainly, if sensors are placed far away from each other and if they need to communicate with each other, then the cost will escalate. And detection capability is equally important because each sensor need to detect other sensors. A good sensor deployment should consider both coverage and connectivity. For example, here he has taken an office. There are many circles, and at the center of each circle is a node or a WSN device, IoT device, and you need to place the sensor devices so that they don't overlap each other. The two main things are coverage and connectivity. These two things are to be ensured. So coverage means the whole office needs to be covered. If I am at the other end of the building and if I have to communicate with a person at the opposite end of the building, then connectivity should be there. You can see in that figure, connectivity is there from every sensor to every sensor. Connectivity is there from every sensor to every sensor. ఇదేంటి అట్లా ఇక్కడ నొక్కాలా? The sensor placement, two issues in sensor deployment. There are two issues. One is sensor placement problem and another is sensor dispatch problem. Sensor placement problem. Ask how to place the least number of sensors in a field to achieve desired coverage and connectivity properties. Our aim is to place least number of sensors so that both coverage and connectivity are ensured. That is the sensor placement problem. Sensor dispatch problem is assume that sensors are mobilized. That means they are placed. Given a set of mobile sensors and an area of interest I inside the sensing field A, to choose a subset of sensors to be delegated to I with certain objective functions such that coverage and connectivity properties can be satisfied. In this, there is an area of interest. We need to put some sensors in that area of interest, and this area of interest I is within the sensing field A. So, we need to put sensors in the area of interest I such that coverage and connectivity properties can be satisfied. Then sensor placement. There is a sensing field A is modeled as an arbitrary shaped polygon. For example, that square is a sensing field. There are many sensors within it. A may contain several obstacles. Obstacles are also modeled by polygons. For example, there are two obstacles there. One is this one and one is this one. There are two obstacles there, and obstacles do not partition A. Obstacles do not partition A. Each sensor has a sensing distance Rs and communication distance Rc, but we do not restrict the relationship between Rs and Rc. There are two distances, one is sensing distance Rs and another is communication distance Rc. The relationship between Rs and Rc is not restricted. Our goal is to place sensors in A to ensure both sensing coverage and network connectivity using as few sensors as possible. The distance between two sensors should be root 3 Rs. The distance between any two sensors should be root 3 Rs, where Rs is the radius of the circle. Normally, sensors are kept at the center of the circle, and the distance between two nodes should be root 3 Rs. That is coverage. Regarding connectivity, the distance between two sensors should be Rc. The distance between two sensors should be Rc. That is regarding connectivity. Two into two placements. Consider first the coverage. Need to add extra sensors to maintain connectivity when Rc is less than root 3 Rs. When Rc is less than root 3 Rs, we need to add extra sensors to maintain connectivity. Similarly, when we are considering connectivity first, we should add extra sensors when Rc is greater than root 3 Rs. When Rc is greater than root 3 Rs to maintain coverage. Partition the sensing field A into two types of subregions. Single row regions, a belt-like area between obstacles whose width is not larger than root 3 R min, where R min is equal to minimum of Rs Rc. Whichever is minimum, that is taken. We can deploy a sequence of sensors to satisfy both coverage and connectivity. We can deploy a sequence of sensors to satisfy both coverage and connectivity. There are two types of regions. One is single row region and another is multi row regions. In single row regions, we have belt-like area, and we can deploy a sequence of sensors to satisfy both connectivity and coverage. In multi-row regions, we need multi-row sensors to cover such areas. Obstacles may exist in such regions. Okay, from the sensing field A, we identify all single row regions. Expand the parameters of obstacles outwardly and A's boundaries inwardly by a distance of r min. If the expansion overlaps with other obstacles, then we can take a projection to obtain single row regions. The remaining regions are multi-row regions. The remaining regions are multi-row regions. For example, in the two figures, there is an obstacle. There are two obstacles, one at the top and one at the bottom. And the distance between the two is root 3 r min. We can partition either a single row or as multi-row. In single row, we divide that area into about 7 segments. There are two obstacles. We divide that sensing area into 7 segments, and each is a single row. In multi-row regions, here we have 2 regions. There may be obstacles in that. Even in single row regions, there are obstacles. Even in multi-row regions, there are obstacles. And you see, single row regions and multi-row regions, they can be placed like that. You see, place sensors in single row region. Deploy sensors along the bisector of region. For example, the bisector is shown in the second figure, in the middle figure, and sensor deployment is shown in the last figure, on the right side figure. The width is root 3 r min. You see, for both, the bisector is first identified, and along the bisector, sensors are kept. Place sensors in a multi-row region. We first consider a 2D plane without boundaries and obstacles. Deploy sensors row by row. A row of sensors need to guarantee coverage and connectivity. ఎంత టైం ఉండాలి ఇది? We first consider 2D plane without boundaries and obstacles.